The Polish language is one of Europe's most spoken languages. It's mostly spoken in Poland with 98% of the country's population, in Lithuania by 7% of their population, and in Belarus by 4%. But it's also used a little bit in countries with Polish minorities like the UK or the USA. Polish belongs to the group of Slavic languages like Russian, Serbian, Bulgarian, and Ukrainian. More accurately, Polish is a Zapato-Slavic language like Czech and Slovak. Compared to other languages, the Polish language is very unique and interesting. It has many different words and expressions that are not like in other languages, which makes it special but also hard to learn. But we are not going to look at the differences between Polish and most other languages. Instead, we are going to focus on what makes Polish different from other Slavic languages. Number 1. The vowels O and L. Those two letters come from Proto-Slavic, and Polish is the only Slavic language who still uses them. That's why Czech uses the word język and Russian uses the word jazyk. How to pronounce them? It's not that hard. Just think about the French tongue. What is the masculine third person plural of être? Nickel, c'est ils sont. In Polish it's almost the same, but with different grammar. And what about the letter L? You just have to say E, U and W really fast until you get a proper L. Friendly reminder, you don't need always to overdo the letter L if you're using a verb in the first person singular. Just remember that using L is more formal, but don't overdo it. Number 2. The 7 cases. Languages like Slovak and Czech also have it, but not all Slavic languages have it. Take Russian for example. They don't have 7 because the vocative in their language got removed for some reason. But there are still some religious words like Boże that follow the old Slavic grammatical rules. The 7 Polish cases are mianownik, dopełniacz, celownik, biernik, narzędnik, miejscownik, and wołacz. All Slavic languages have their own differences, so if you're learning Polish, just learn them. In general, the cases look almost the same like in other Slavic tongues, but there are other cases that are special. Feminine cases. Same as the masculine ones, just learn them, but there's something important. Can you guess what? It's the O and L again. For me, it's kinda amazing how new languages can exist by just some small changes. Number 3. Words from other languages. Poland had a lot of Western influence, mostly French, Latin and German, who made Polish words look similar to theirs. But recently, English has also become a new player, influencing Polish words. And on top of that, Polish also changes words so much to make them sound and look Polish. That's how Chopin became Chopa, potens became potężny, and maquillage became maquillage. Number 4. Depatalizing I. Why is it so special? Well, there's one thing. If an I gets connected to a C, S, Z, N or DZ, the I changes the pronunciation. This is why CI is pronounced like chi, SI is pronounced like she, ZI is pronounced like ji, NI is pronounced like ni, and DZI is pronounced like G. Some Slavic languages also have an palatalizing I, but Polish has the most. Number 4. The personal form. If you speak a Slavic language and you want to be formal, you have to use wy, wi or wie. But in Polish you can't use the second person plural for that. That's why you have to use proszę pana or proszę pani, based on the gender of the person you're speaking to. Number 5. The w. Maybe it's weird for monolinguals that don't speak Slavic languages, but every Slavic language lacks the w sound. Except for Polish, because it's Polish. There's also one more thing that makes it even more Polish. The Polish letter w is not written as a W in Dutch, German or English. Instead, it's written as an L with a stick. Even more funnier is the fact that Polish uses the W as a V sound, so the V doesn't even make sense in the language, and that's why Poles don't use that letter. I hope this video teaches you something new about my native language or other languages. Make sure to like the video if you would like to see new content like this. See you in my next videos. Do widzenia!